Welcome to Arts and Entertainment Ministries and our series on the 10 Commandments for artists and creative professionals. We're down to the last 2 commandments, and today we're going to look at the 9th Commandment, which is from Exodus 20 verse 16, "You shall not bear false witness." Imagine a world where people lied all the time, deceived others intentionally, and never came to justice. In such a society, it would be impossible to find human flourishing. For human flourishing requires honest people we can depend on. This is the point of the 9th Commandment. Bearing false witness is important because healthy, life-giving society requires honesty. From truth in advertising to promises made by those you work with and promises made by our legal system and our government. Without that trust, everything becomes unstable. Now, the context of this language is someone giving testimony under oath. And that's why we see the words bearing false witness. It's focused on someone lying under oath, telling a judge a lie so as to slander the innocent. But whether we are in the court of law or we're negotiating with a manager, a museum, or a studio, we need to be honest and trustworthy. Don't slander, deceive, omit facts, mislead, or deceive others through unethical legal or business practices. Now, in your art, this means 2 things. Personally, be honest with your colleagues, critics, patrons, and your audience. And second, find ways in your creative work to expose the evil of deceit and to honor integrity. There's a common thread in the art world today of people who love to explore the grime and the grit and the underbelly of society. And that's fine. It's all part of the world we live in. And if you're trying to reach an audience who's encountered real, painful, devastating evil, then sugarcoating that situation will only seem fake. We may need to have a level of grit and tension in our work in order to resonate with our audience. You know, the temptation to lie can be very enticing, and we should portray it as such. If it was easy to be honest, we wouldn't need a commandment. Life is never simple, and your art should not be simplistic either. At the same time, as Christians, we have the responsibility to show the consequences of evil, the price of violating these commandments, as well as the blessings that come when we honor the commandments and we tell the truth. And I want to add one more thing. Be wise, be shrewd, but be a man or woman of your word and elevate such men and women in your work. Whether you're creating artwork around people or animals or fantasy, the laws of God don't change. From the Chronicles of Narnia to Law and Order, the principles are the same. And all of humanity knows this. We all long for evil to fail and good to win, whether it's Star Wars or the Avengers or a movie about the Passion of Christ. The society we all long for is one in which we can trust our friends and our neighbors. You know, our calling may be to make great art, but that cannot be pursued without striving to be trustworthy people. It must inhabit the art we create as well as the life we live. And to live this way is to be a blessing to those around us, our patrons, our collaborators, our friends, and our audience. And that is the essential point of living a life worth living. And that's the reason we have the 9th Commandment. Now, if you like this video, don't forget to like and click the subscribe button, sign up for our newsletter, and if you have any questions or comments, just place those down below. And we look forward to continuing this discussion.